On this edition of Inside the O, handicapping OHL forwards for the 2012 NHL Draft. We are sitting down with our draft analyst, Mark Edwards from hockeyprospect.com. And Mark, let's get right to it. We've already talked about Nail Yakupov and his potential to go #1. We've already talked about the potential of an Alex Galchenyuk. But who else around the O has first-round potential to you?
I think the first guy we would look at would be the Belleville Bulls and Brendan Gaunce. I think he's a type of player that could come off the board top 10 to 12. Very complete forward, one of those forwards that every coach would want on his team. He can play power play minutes, he can play that critical last minute of the game, one goal lead type of situation. He's an outstanding penalty killer. And Gaunce does all those little things well, right down to something, you know, through a back check, just having stick position in the right lane, all those little things a coach will preach, and he's the type of player that just follows through and does it. Another player would be a Tom Wilson from the Plymouth Whalers. Completely different player, very physical. One of those players who's going to make room for the smaller, skilled forwards. But Tom will bring some scoring ability to the table and get some of the dirty goals. If you think about a Tyler Biggs last year going to the Leafs, you know, in the 20s, I think Tom Wilson is kind of in that mold. Maybe a little bit more skill, and he could come off the board somewhere late in the first round.
Now last year, an import forward from the Kitchener Rangers ended up going 2nd overall in Gabriel Landeskog. This year, they've got another highly touted import forward, and that is Radek Faksa, who's really shot up the board since coming to Canada.
Yeah, Radek Faksa jumped out of this right off the bat this season, and a very impressive rookie. I think he's one of the smartest players in the draft class. Obviously, he's got top 6 skill. He's proven it by putting those numbers up on the board, and you know, he might come off the board as high as, well, some think as high as top 5. I would be more in the top, 15.
Now, you look up and down the draft board, there are 6 other rounds to the NHL draft. Who are some forwards in the OHL that could go in those next few rounds?
Jamal Smith was talked about even as a first rounder. We've got him probably just a little more outside the first round from the Owen Sound Attack. A player we had highly ranked in his OHL draft year. Very hard-working forward, an elite skater. I'm just not sure if he has that top 6 skill level, which is, what for us would drop him out of that first round.
Now, who might be a dark horse in this draft?
If I had to pick a dark horse, there's a couple that jump out at me. Jamal Smith's teammate, Joseph Blandisi, who I think has the potential to be a top 6 forward, but he's still working his way through a rookie season in the OHL. And the other guy is Josh Anderson with the London Knights. A big power forward frame. Again, a rookie, just getting his feet wet, and he's on a strong team, not getting tons of minutes, but I think there's huge potential for him, both in the scoring ability, and he plays a pretty complete game.
Well, there you have it, sorting through the OHL draft, eligible forwards for the NHL draft in 2012. Brian Teal joined alongside by Mark Edwards from hockeyprospect.com. This has been Inside the O.